I just stopped watching it because I wanted to come and make a video. Uh, I am very surprised that they did a version of this. My instinct is screaming at me that this is not what it appears to be. It is so over the top with all the men standing behind him. A couple things that stand out, and also he's just going on and on about all the topics, reinforcing all of his talking points. He is where so I think that it was pre-recorded because that's why they kept changing the time, and then all of a sudden they just cut to it where he and all the other men are there. Usually they show the backdrop and people walk up. There was no walking up. The time thing I feel like was meant to, get people kind of off kilter, and all of a sudden they just appeared, so it had this feeling of like, oh, they've always been there, everything's fine. I'm telling you, the thing that is upsetting me right now, other than just seeing him and having to listen to him, is how much these people behind the scenes have studied psychology. So not only do they also, the Blueprint fathers, not only do they have just so much money and information about human psychology and how to manipulate the masses, but now you have the grid lords who are including AI and tech and that knowledge of knowing how to weave webs that confuse the F out of everyone. Most people are tired. Most people are busy. They're not going to like look into the cognitive dissonance they're going to feel when they watch something. I am, because I'm fully invested, obviously. So anyways, I just want to say, first thing I noticed was the time, right? That was odd. Then there was the just cutting to them all being there. That was odd. Then when they started taking questions, they didn't show. I watched on Reuters and on live on TikTok, and I watched on CNN on TV, and they never showed the reporters. They just have the voices. And I've always seen where they swivel the camera over to show who the person is that's asking. It also feels like it's the same two people, a man over here, a woman over here. Okay, the things that they're good at is that looks like a good version of Trump. That looks like he's answering all the questions, but that's the point, is so answering all the questions. Like they'll say, did you hear that people thought you were dead? And he's like, no, what? I didn't know that. He always does that. He always starts off going, I don't know. And then he'll go, oh, well, I know that they thought that I was sick. And no, I mean, because I did all this stuff. So it's like, it's so obvious that question is staged. He already knew it was coming, but he had to act like, oh, I didn't know that. And then the thing with the trash bags out the window, like immediately to say that's AI, not like just to launch into it's AI. He hadn't even seen it yet. He goes, yeah, that's AI. That's AI. Oh, well, let me look at it. I mean, it's too buttoned up. It's too like, and the reason why I'm upset is because I know that they're very good at what they're doing. They're very good at the deception, and that is disturbing my soul. But I know that there's a higher authority that is bigger than all of this, bigger than, anyone else. So I want to say the couple things I noticed was that they never showed, that they just showed up on camera, the whole time moving thing. Then they just showed up on camera. That sort of like threw us off as a watcher. The fact that there's so many people on stage with, or whatever that is on camera with him is, I get that it's connected to this Alabama situation, but still, he did mention the Alabama game that happened on the 31st. I looked it up. They did lose. So that's like a recent reference. That's reasonable. That was actually smart on their part, because that actually fits. I do not know how they did this. I do not know what's going on. Everything in my body tells me he is not alive. And if his body is alive, his soul is not here anymore. I feel that so strongly. And that's the thing about being psychic or medium or intuitive or empath, whatever you want to, what label you want to put on people like me and you, if you're watching this and you're like me. One thing that we have to have is discernment. We're good at being able to scan energy, and feel whether something is authentic or not. Feel if there is deception or staging or scripts. Like, we're very good at that. And I think that's why for centuries they've been trying to discredit people like us, because we're the biggest weapon to them, because they know they can fool all people, most people, but they can't fool someone that has a really strong connection to their intuition and to their sense of discernment, like I do. I have that. I know with everything in me, and I've been getting messages from a couple other people too during this whole thing. I know there's a lot of us that know what we just saw was not what they wanted us to think it was. We know. And I just want to confirm with you, I know that what we just saw wasn't what they wanted us to think it is. I know that with every fiber in my body. Yet, I'm also aware of how advanced they are and ahead of this whole thing. Because that's interesting. So I don't know if it was pre-recorded AI, fake reporters, like there's actually nobody in the room except for those people that are on the stage or whatever. I don't really know how it's being done. I don't really understand what's happening. I recorded it on my phone. I did a screen recording. So I'm going to really study it, and I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to just get away from all this. I'm going to go lay down. I didn't get much sleep last night, and I'm going to let it settle in, and I'm going to try to figure out what I feel. But I just wanted to get on here right away because I knew you guys would wonder what I think. And I just want to tell you, every cell in my body is rejecting this, is saying this isn't, and it's not denial. It's not like there's a difference, you know? It's not like, no, that can't be real. It's not that. It's my body is like, just like when you hear something that's true and you get that resonance feeling, this is striking a off chord with me. The optics, even everything he's talking about, they are so dirty and dark. They are so, I'm getting that champagne bottle for the day these guys all go down, because these people are dark and they really don't care about us at all. And I mean, I knew that, but you can feel it when you see the level that they'll go to. They are really dark people, and they have been embracing AI for many, many, many years. They are ahead of us. And that's why I am asking conscious people to get on AI, because we have to fight this from inside the system. They are using AI to strategize. They're using AI for images and videos. Like, they're very good, and we have to become better. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. I don't have it all figured out. I have no idea what's going on. I'm dumbfounded. I'm outraged. But I'm also like, at the end of the day, my eyes and my ears might not understand what's going on, but my soul does. And I feel it in my soul. I know what I just saw was not what they wanted me to think it was. So let me hear your thoughts. And I'll be back later. I need to go rest and sit with all this.